Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So what's going on with Bitcoin today? What's going on in the US market? I'm filming this right before market open. Of course, here in Paris, we're like mid-afternoon ready. You can see behind me, that is where Sui base camp is. So I've attended most of today. But what's going on right now is CPI, inflation. CPI number came out today, hotter than expected, 3.5% versus 3.4%. Now you may think that 0.1% is not a big deal. Core inflation is like 3.8 versus 3.7. 0.1% shouldn't be a big deal, right? But it still shows that inflation is real. It's not going down as fast as people think. And this, more importantly, can change the mind of Powell. Fed Chair Powell, we know that he wants to lower rates this year, 3 rate cuts. This may make him change his mind, at least in terms of timing, when the very first one will start. So I think that's why the market is panicking right now. As I'm filming this, I'm looking at the futures market for the US, minus 500 for Dow right now. Bitcoin had a quick flash crash down to 67, 68 right now. And I guess we'll see when the market opens. Is it going to get really ugly, or is Wall Street going to accept it and move forward? Here's the thing. This is why we have Bitcoin. It's the ultimate hedge against inflation. So whoever's selling off Bitcoin right now, making a big mistake. They just don't understand. It's probably a lot of the Wall Street guys. They treat Bitcoin as a tech stock, and they really shouldn't. That's the wrong mindset. Bitcoin is not a tech stock. Bitcoin is a commodity, the greatest commodity we have in terms of hedging against inflation. Nothing has outperformed Bitcoin's performance in the last 10 years, 5 years, right? Even going back to 3 years. Bitcoin is the one that you want to buy and hold long term, especially when we have inflation issues like what we're seeing right now, right? Inflation will always be an issue, not just in US, worldwide, here in France too, in Paris, in Europe, in Australia, wherever, worldwide. And that's because we can't really trust the central banks, because they will continue to print more and more and more. Every government on the planet is not only borrowing, they're printing too. So inflation is going to continue. It's a real thing, and that's why we need to stick with Bitcoin. There are so many great things. 9 days left until the halving event. And today we got some news that Hong Kong may approve its very first spot ETF for Bitcoin in a couple weeks, by the end of this month in April. So that would be absolutely fantastic. Look at what has happened since Wall Street, since Gary Gensler approved ETFs in the US. Think about what's going to happen in Hong Kong and Asia, and how much money it's going to bring in, right? And of course, we're hearing a lot about companies. Like yesterday, there's a big gaming company. I don't know if they're gaming, but a gaming platform company, a publicly traded company in Japan, that says they're going to put in $6.5 billion of their money into Bitcoin. I mean, there's just so much goodness, guys, okay? So I don't want you guys to stress out. I don't want you guys to get FUD or have FUD and be driven out, because all of these things are temporary, okay? The volatility that we've been seeing, the stagnant movement that we've been seeing, and also, yes, alts are selling off. All these things may make you scared on the market, but this is not the time to be scared. Like right now, as I'm in Paris, I told you guys I visited Paris Blockchain Week conference yesterday, today at Sui Base Camp, and I'll tell you, there are a lot of people that's very hopeful. Okay, they're developing. There's a ton today. I met with a lot of DEX makers, also game makers. There are a ton of game makers coming on Sui, I'll tell you that. They are trying to lead, I think, the gaming space, and their TVL is growing like leaps and bounds. That's why I'm here. I was invited here to check them out more. But I'll tell you, there are a lot of people that's very hopeful Okay, they're not just studying price day to day. They know crypto is the future and they're building. And there are so many new things coming, so many new innovations and projects and games and so forth. It's very encouraging. And next week I'll be in Dubai, and I hear it's going to be even bigger, and there will be even more people and more projects, and I'm looking forward to that. But overall, I just want you guys to know there are a lot of people in the space, okay? There are not just investors. They're not just investing. They are actually building. There are a lot of people, a lot of projects that are building right now. And who knows? Whatever they're building could be the next Google, could be the next Amazon, could be the next Epic Games, could be the next big Web3 company, right? All these guys are trying to figure it out, and some have figured it out already, and some are still trying to figure it out, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Overall, I know today might be iffy because of the CPI data. The futures market looks very red already, but who knows? Maybe Wall Street digests the data and then we see a quick rally back up. And the same thing with Bitcoin, even though there are some that sold off Bitcoin very early right now and it's down, we could see that quick recovery up with 9 days left until the halving event and all this bullish news that's happening, and hopefully Grayscale stops selling once again. You put all these things together, it is very, very bullish. So make sure, guys, you guys do not become discouraged. Stay focused, okay? Think long term and continue to HODL and DCA. It is the ultimate strategy. It never fails. Everyone I've talked to the last few days have told me the same thing. I shook hands with a lot of people that are either fans or they're building, and the ones that recognize me have all thanked me and said, I'm glad that I've started watching you since 2017 or 2021. I'm glad you helped me stay focused, stay encouraged, stay hopeful, because had it not been you, I would have sold out a long time ago and I would have lost a lot of money. And people have told me that, you know, their friends and family have done the same thing. They sold out because they couldn't take it anymore, right? And so many people have told me that, thank God I helped them see the light and help them stay encouraged. And that is what I'm going to continue to do, guys. So make sure you don't become discouraged, fall for the FUD, and make sure you stay in the game. All right, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.